Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Story Time, the online program where I read children's stories to adults who act like children on social media, and mostly not in the good way. Cheers. All right, so you may remember that last week we finished reading the classic children's story Flat Stanley. And over the course of this past week, many people have contacted me hoping that we'd be able to continue reading the Flat Stanley saga, and we will. Unfortunately, this week I didn't get to the library to get a new Flat Stanley book. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you a story that my daddy used to tell me when I was just a boy. And like a lot of my father's stories, this story has a message, a moral. The story's about growing up, about accepting yourself for who you are, about not judging people for their differences, about being decent to one another. This is a story about a little boy who was born just like every other little boy or girl was born. He had 2 eyes, had a nose, 2 ears, a chin, had 2 hands with 5 fingers on each hand, 10, and 2 feet with 10 toes. Just the same as any other little boy or girl was born, except for this little boy was born with a keyhole for a belly button. That's right, a keyhole. Right where his belly button should be, a skeleton keyhole. And the little boy never thought anything of it. He didn't think it was different at all. He had no reason to think he was any different from anybody else until one day he was old enough that he had to go to school. And he had to change in gym class. And in the locker rooms, when he took off his shirt, the little boys noticed that he had a keyhole for a belly button. And all the little boys just started making fun of him, going, ha, 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 you've got a keyhole for a belly button. We've got regular old innies and outies, but you are weird. You have a keyhole for a belly button. Ha, 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 ha. Well, this made our little boy very sad. So he went home from school that day and he went up to his mother and he asked his mom, Mom, why do I have a keyhole for a belly button? And his mom said, Oh, you are way too young to know that. So whatever little boy said, he went on about his life. And every day at school, when he had to change in gym class, the little kids made fun of him. All the rest of the kids made fun of him. Ha, you got a keyhole for a belly button. And every year on his birthday, he would ask his mom, Mom, why do I have a keyhole for a belly button? And every year his mom would go, Whoa, you are way too young to know that. Every year, birthday after birthday, day after day of being made fun of by his classmates, the little boy grew very sad, and he muddled through as best he could, but finally, on his 16th birthday, he was entering into manhood. He needed to know. He had to know. So he approached his mom and he said, Mom, I'm entering into manhood. I need to know, why do I have a keyhole for a belly button? Because I'm going to start dating now and I need to know, why do I have a keyhole for a belly button? And finally his mom said, Yes, son. I believe it's time for you to know why you have a keyhole for a belly button. So his mom took him upstairs into the attic, a dark, gloomy attic. Cobwebs everywhere, dust. And back in the corner of this dark, gloomy attic was a gigantic sea chest. And in that gigantic sea chest was a box. And inside the box was a scroll, and on the scroll was a map, and on that map it said, Follow the golden path to the golden forest. Go to the golden oak tree, take 6 paces to the left, dig 6 feet down, and there you will find your answer. So little boy got very excited. He was finally going to find out why he had a keyhole for a belly button. So he took that map and he ran down the golden path to the golden forest. He went to the golden oak tree, took 6 paces to the left, dug 6 feet down, and down there he found a box. And inside the box was a golden skeleton key. And he took that skeleton key and he jammed it into his belly button and he turned it. And his butt fell off. Thank you for joining us on Sunday Story Time. Listening to my father's story warms my heart every time I tell it. Next week, hopefully, we'll return to the Flat Stanley Saga, or I'll have another story to tell you. Until then, be nice to people. Don't judge them for their differences. Be kind. Be aware. Be a decent human being. One love, my friends. One love.